The pace of tech hasn't just picked up, it's exploded. What once felt like sci-fi is now in our living rooms. Voice assistants, smart homes, self-driving cars. It's not the future, it's Tuesday. And yet, tech has made life easier in a lot of ways. Some things machines just do better, faster, cheaper, without needing a break. Kevin Drum, an American journalist, put it plainly: in the next few years, we're going to see tens of millions of jobs replaced. Retail, factory work, even security. Not because someone made a mistake, but because machines don't. They don't lose focus, they don't need sleep, they don't get bored or ask for time off. And while today's AI is far from perfect, one thing's clear: the direction we're heading. Automation isn't a maybe, it's coming. And soon, a lot of people are going to have to face a hard question. What now? So, what happens when a machine takes your job? That's not just a personal crisis, it's a cultural one, because AI isn't just changing how we work, it's going to reshape how we live, think, and connect. Artificial intelligence is designed to mimic the things we do automatically: searching, calculating, recognizing patterns. And when it comes to speed and raw processing power, we're already outmatched. But let's be clear, our minds are still more complex than anything we've ever built. Consciousness, emotion, insight, these aren't easy to replicate. Still, most futurists agree it's not if AI surpasses us, it's when. Take Ray Kurzweil, Google's director of engineering. He predicts that by 2045, AI won't just catch up to human intelligence, it'll pass it, maybe even evolve beyond its physical limits. But that kind of leap depends on one thing: the idea that tech keeps accelerating, faster and faster. No slowdown, just a rising curve that doesn't stop. And if Ray Kurzweil is right, we're heading towards something far more intense, a future where AI doesn't just reshape society, it rewrites the rules of nature itself. Back in the 1960s, Intel co-founder Gordon Moore noticed that tech was doubling in power at a steady pace. Now, that idea is hard to wrap your head around. Maybe that's why it stirs more fear than excitement. We've ruled this planet for thousands of years, but now that grip feels less secure. AI is built to be logical, precise, unemotional. But what if, at some point, it concludes that humans aren't the endpoint of evolution, but a problem to solve? It's the kind of fear we've already explored in stories, sci-fi movies, dystopian novels, post-apocalyptic games, and right now there are two camps forming: techno-optimism versus techno-pessimism, progress versus caution. One sees AI as our greatest tool, the other as our undoing. Techno-optimists say AI won't inherit our worst traits: our thirst for power, our cruelty, our ego. They imagine a future where machines help us build something better. But the pessimists aren't convinced. They argue that any intelligence we create will mirror its maker, that AI won't rise above us, it'll repeat us, just faster. The truth is, we don't know what AI will become. Not really. But we do know this: once the singularity hits, there's no going back. Society won't look the same. And the first tremors won't be in some distant lab, they'll be in the job market. AI thrives on repetition. That makes it perfect for tasks where focus is life or death. Take autopilot. Most planes fly themselves now. Manual labor isn't going anywhere though. There'll always be value in the handmade, the imperfect, the human touch. But let's be honest, nobody wants a charmingly flawed brake system. In high-stake fields, perfection beats personality every time. And that's where AI shines. Machines are already doing things we used to think only experts could handle: reading X-rays, filing taxes, compiling legal briefs. All in seconds, all without sleep, ego, or salary. Even something as simple as a Google search would have been unthinkable to do manually a few decades ago. Now, it's background noise. Wanna know why? Because to most employers, cheaper equals smarter. And if the machine gets it done without errors or emotions, then empathy is irrelevant. Accuracy wins. So think about this. Building AI isn't just a tech problem, it's a deep philosophical one. It forces us to ask questions we've wrestled with for centuries. What even is a mind? What does it mean to be conscious? And how would we know if a machine actually has one? These aren't new questions. Aristotle raised them, Descartes ran with them. He split reality in two: minds that think and bodies that take up space. According to him, consciousness lives in that mental space, separate, aware, observing. But that raises a harder question. How do you prove something else is conscious? Enter the mirror test. Originally designed for animals, it works like this. Mark the subject with a scentless dye, show them a mirror, and watch. Do they realize it's them? Or do they think it's someone else? Now, researchers are adapting versions of this test to AI, trying to see if systems can recognize their own code, their own behavior. Self-awareness starts with the body. Our senses ground us. Touch, smell, emotion, they shape our reality. That inner world we each see and feel is called qualia, the raw human experience. And it's something machines can't fake. Try describing the color red to someone who's never seen it. You can say it's warm or intense or angry, but none of that is red. That's the problem. Every feeling is personal. No two people sense exactly the same thing. To truly match us, AI wouldn't just need to write a symphony, it would need to feel the heartbreak behind it. And even if it could, there's still the body. We used to think machines didn't need one, that minds could live on servers, but we're learning that embodiment matters. The way we move, breathe, sense, this isn't decoration, it's consciousness. Philosopher David Chalmers calls this the third hard problem, and so far no one, not even the machines, has cracked it. But why does the brain produce consciousness but the stomach doesn't? At least we don't think it does. Until we can answer that, true artificial minds remain theoretical. We're building machines that mimic thought, but even we still don't understand the very thing they're trying to imitate. So where do humans still matter? Anywhere experience is more than calculation. Anywhere emotion and meaning still hold weight. A machine might diagnose disease with precision, but can it offer comfort? Can it choose compassion over protocol when the data says no? These aren't just technical questions, they're moral ones. And here's the deeper shift. If we ever prove that there's nothing in us that machines can't replicate, then what's left for us to do? Futurists like Kevin Kelly propose universal basic income as a buffer, a system where survival is covered and meaning becomes our own problem. In that world, the question won't be what job can I get, but what life do I build? And most people have never been taught how to answer that. It's a question most people don't ask until something breaks. But as Plato said, true reflection only begins when there's time and freedom. As machines absorb more of our routine labor, these two ingredients will no longer be lacking. With basic needs met by automation, the real challenge won't be survival. What do I want to do with my life? Friedrich Engels once wrote that labor transformed the ape into man. But if labor becomes obsolete, maybe it doesn't send us backward. Maybe it unlocks our next form. The real question isn't what AI will do to us, but what we will do with the freedom it gives us.